Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, Hosenberg, Benny Bo, the one with the word, the one with the flow, man. And
Interested in his
and yeah, man, we just coming at you live at 9:04. Appreciate everybody liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting that notification bell so I know y'all there, so I can throw it to you when it's in the air, man. You see the title. Wack 100 wants to fight DJ Academics for calling him a rat. For calling him a rat. Ack says, Wack, you want some police stuff. So, man, I'm gonna break this down. I feel like into 3 videos because I feel like there's not that much content about it. We are gonna have Cliff World TV hop on for a bit. I think if he's still around. Shout out to Cliff World TV. But definitely, man, it's gonna be a good show. So everybody grab your popcorn, feel me, and tune in, man. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. Hold on. All right. We going right here. Where is it at? We wanna do this. We wanna stop this screen. We wanna and we wanna go to DJ Academics. Bitch ass fucking that. No, that nigga still in here, blood. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Bitch. DJ. All right, we gonna check out Traps video, and then right after that, we gonna get into shit wherever shit wherever the next is the next best piece of content we can find, man. Shit.
when I remember
I know it was already like that. Boom.
it's a beautiful Saturday, so we ain't finna hold y'all with no
Shout
long
out to
intro or
Rich the
nothing like that. We
Trapper.
finna give
Shout out
y'all
to
this
Trap.
content, man. You back to DJ Academics eating Wack 100 alive for lying on Break Baby, calling him a snitch. And you have DJ Academics making some excellent points, and Wack is getting to the point where he damn near wants to fight. Let's get back into this content without no further do's or don'ts. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Other arrest is there. Georgia. See, look, listen to me, bro.
I know he's been in Georgia,
I'm gonna say this again. You're book smart, but you're dumb in common sense.
Yeah, but
Hear me out.
so he's never been arrested.
Hear me out. I want you to follow me, bro, because it's like weird. You do stupid shit.
Now you're mad at Academics and you're calling him out his name because you're not able to use your intelligence and use your words.
No. I'm trying to get to the facts. I want to prove it. Listen, if I know you just got hauled away in the back of a police car on June 23rd, 2023 at 10 in the morning, right? 10 in the morning, right? Okay, we wait to about 2:33. You know what we're doing? We're running your name. It don't pop up. Okay, bro. Wait till 6, 7 o'clock. We're running your name. It don't pop up. Watch this. We wait till the next day. Follow me, right? It's June 24th now, right? You're running the name. Follow me. It don't pop up. But guess who ends up popping up? Brick Baby pops up free.
Oh, okay, that's him making that noise. I was about to say, that's my mic.
When you ain't never showing being booked in, nigga. You following me?
Okay, I'm hearing.
He's so get aggressive, blood.
Where's your fucking
Might be
booking
getting
shit at?
major aggressive when it comes to the academics, huh?
In order to get a bail, you gotta get booked first. No booking, no bail. You get what I'm saying?
I'm perfectly hearing you, and I understand. I'm gonna call it a theory, even though I believe it.
So when you go to talking about
how could I prove it?
Arrest in 2010, yes, we can go see all that too. We can pull all that up.
So if I run, so I'm gonna have someone email the DA out there in LA County, and we're gonna get his.
Why would you want to do that, academics, unless you think that there is something that, huh? Yeah, so basically, like, what do you mean you want to call up the detective and run it back? I forgot. What the fuck is that? Now you good? Hold on, yo. I don't know why. Should be better now. Yep. Okay. Yep. So, yeah. Why would you want to do that, academics?
Arrest
Hey, I don't give a fuck who you email, nigga. We can run a motherfucker right now.
No. Hear what I'm saying. So you're saying that arrest just won't pop up
right now, bro. We can pull up 4 extras right now.
Yeah, because
right now,
isn't he currently still locked up?
He just went back, nigga, on the 10th. Right. And if we pull him up right now,
I agree. I'm saying, how could we prove that he never was booked in court?
Wait. Do you know what it's going to show if we pull up 4 extras right now?
It's going to say he's in custody. But what I'm saying is that.
And wait, you know what else it's going to say?
Wack is mad because academics isn't just blatantly. Wack is mad because Ack is not a clubhouse minion who just believes any stupid thing that comes out.
Do I have it? What?
And academics actually has some.
No, I can't.
You can see that Wack is basically full of shiatsu. Well, how can we prove that he was never booked? Like, I'm trying to get it proven now. Because right now you're telling me, listen to me in the 100 side. And I said, all right, let me just do my due diligence because I'm down with you to say he was working.
Look, bro,
we can't prove it.
Same exact. Go to lausd.org and put Brick Baby's name in, like you put 4X's name in.
Why would you go to lausd.org when he's not in custody by the LAUSD, meaning the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department? Why would you look him up in the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department search system when he's not in the sheriff's, dummy? Why wouldn't you search him in the federal system where he's at? Why would you search him in the this nigga's dumb. Wack is an idiot. Why would you search this nigga in Los Angeles Sheriff's Department when we all know he in the feds?
Yeah, that part he is in the feds. He's not in county.
It's like looking for a BMW at a Benz lot. That don't make sense, nigga. They don't sell BMW here. You know.
It just kind of it makes Wack basically sound real like illiterate on what he's saying. So it's like he can't really have a bone to pick in this shit because he's not being clear on what he's saying. It's jumbled and shit. Everybody knows the Brick and Loose Cannon are in the feds. They're not in no sheriff custody in a regular county jail. Blood. They're in the feds. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Don't go into Gucci asking for Louis Vuitton products. You know what are you talking about?
That part, and that's a good scenario. I mean, that's a good.
This nigga's a dummy. He's just a big old dummy.
That's a good example.
But that shows current inmates, not inmates that's been released.
Okay, and I just went over that. Yo, Act, just because you slow don't mean I'm slow. Didn't you just hear me tell you we ran this nigga name for 3 days and it never popped up even after he got out the next day claiming he got bailed out? How you get a bail, nigga, when you ain't showing you was booked in? So essentially, you're telling us we can't ever prove if he was booked or not. We got to go off the fact that you guys checked it, and because you didn't find it,
which you guys have no reason to lie.
Well, we do know. You know, he said Adam bailed him out, right?
He does know that.
So that means it's going to show he went to jail June 23rd, 2023. It's going to show it.
We could pull up and we could get it from the DA.
LAUSD.org.
Yeah.
Or Pacer. Feds is Pacer. Counties LAUSD. You're not going to find it, bro.
Well, Pacer will be Feds.
Yes.
LAUSD. You know what?
Listen. You're not going to.
Listen, Linda. Linda, listen. No, Linda, listen. Listen, Linda. Face ass.
Find it in either system.
Okay. All right. What? So if I find an arrest record of his, that means, and I'll take this as a challenge because I'll say the thing with the only thing with LA
phases to it. You gotta show. Listen. You have to show. You have to show your arrest, right? Mm-hmm. Show your bail receipt or your OR receipt, right? Mm-hmm. And then your court date. Ain't no nigga in Los Angeles.
I'm writing three things down.
Hear me out. Ain't no nigga in LA getting the first court date stretched out 2.5 years, my brother. That is impossible.
Okay. All right. So if I get an arrest report and he was released on recognizance, so he should have some type of release.
It'll say OR. It'll say bail, OR, no bail. It'll tell you. It's gonna tell you all that, bro.
Hey, you know, I might do one better. Do I have to get this independently, or could I just holler at his lawyer? I'm pretty sure his lawyer would just send it to me because they have his full criminal history.
Hey, bro, it don't matter. I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna have my team pull his whole profile up.
All right.
That's like trusting your slave master to give you freedom. I don't think we want anything from Wack's team. I think Akademiks should just do his own due diligence.
Matter of fact, here I said, I got a blast.
We got to get to the bottom of this. So
we don't got to get to the bottom of shit.
No, but
we already know.
Wack, if you're saying somebody's working and somebody's basically a snitch, the nigga's locked up with a bunch of crips.
Hey, bro, it's paperwork saying you're snitch.
Okay, but isn't protocol that if there's a snitch in the vicinity, they should be beating his ass, and it would be fucked up if he get his ass beat over false.
Hey, bro, he ain't hit the yard yet. He over there in the little shit. When he get to the
one second, yo.
Be a problem. Believe that. Believe that. That paperwork.
Who is you, Martin Lawrence and Black Knight? Believe that.
Ain't nobody trying to hear you talking about a child custody, nigga. You said you tired of doing what the police tell you to do. That's the problem.
Do you think that further information that's going to come out is going to just further confirm that he was a police cooperator? Okay. Is he the only one telling? What was Big U working too?
I don't know.
Well, you said the paperwork says that Brick was working. Who else is working?
No, his paperwork says that. You got to remember, nothing in Big U's paperwork. I mean, he's on the phone reckless, but it ain't nothing on there. It's saying Big U gave up information on this person or he's cooperating with this person. It's just him on wiretap saying crazy shit.
At one point, you did insinuate that Big U was working because he had a black.
No, Big U. See that?
Nah, nigga. You said that it was a police issue BlackBerry, and now you're trying to walk it back.
I stop saying dumb shit. That's the grid program, bro.
No. Hold on. Wait.
That's the grid program.
I know it's a grid program, but you said
we all say he working.
You
with that.
said, oh, okay, but you're saying
we're not. You talk. Look, bro.
You never believed it was working.
When you say in the paperwork act, so you a square nigga, don't know what the fuck you talking about. You're talking about the indictment. You get what I'm saying? And then
he gets mad at Wack. Akademiks start calling out his name. It's crazy. Akademiks pretty much takes this abuse. He just allows it to happen. So if he ain't tripping, I guess we ain't tripping.
Indictment, nothing that indictment says that. Now, if you're talking about the grid program,
I'm talking about what you said previously because we never
grid program. We stand on that. We got the contracts.
Okay, no. Wack. When I remember,
that's the grid program.
I know it's a grid program, but when you spoke about it previously, you said this guy has a a fucking BlackBerry and
program.
no, we know it's the grid program, but you insinuated that he was basically working because he was.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So
that's a fact. That ain't went nowhere. But when you're talking about paperwork, that's indictment. In his indictment, nothing in that indictment says in that indictment shit with those people in there that he did that to those people. The grid program, which is a total separate entity, a total separate situation that spells out what you got to do, your job duties, all the shit. Yes, nigga, you're cooperating.
And only you would know that, though, right? Wack. It's just the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. This is what it doesn't make sense about it. The only, and that's why I said, you guys could look at my other video, what was it? Yeah, my 600 video that I put out the other day. 600 said some information about the grid program about a year and a half ago, right? He said you can't trust nobody around here, everybody's rats and shit. So if you notice, Wack hangs around the two people that they say are the most loose lip talking people, Loose Cannon and 600. So the thing is with Wack trying to put this jacket on Brick for so long, kind of seems like he's trying to reflect the light off of him being a rat and trying to put the full responsibility to the jacket on Brick, basically. And the thing is, we know about the DA reject and all that shit, but the thing is with that is there's no actual paperwork of Brick telling at all. There's no actual paperwork of Brick in this indictment, except for the fact that it says that he was part of an extortion on the other end. Like he was part of the extortion on his behalf. He was being extorted, allegedly. So if that's the case, there's no way to really sit there and full-fledged put that jacket that he's a rat because there's no paperwork on him. But there is paperwork on Wack. Wack told on Dale Dog. First of all, Wack gets caught up with a gun in Texas. Him and his brother get caught up with a gun in Texas. They stayed down in jail for 6 days up until the feds tell him they want to drop the case. They let him go. And for some reason, the next month, the Main Street Crips, the Main Street Mafia Crips go down in a RICO. And the number one person that goes down in that RICO, the prime suspect of that RICO, is Dale Dog. So there's so much more information on Wack being a rat than there is of you putting this jacket on Brick, bro. So it really seems like you're trying to reflect the shit off of Brick. Oh, my bad. Let me rephrase that. Reflect the shit off of you and put the light on Brick because you don't want people thinking otherwise of you. But how many people do we gotta hear it from? And I don't give a fuck if I go up to No Jumper, bro. I'm gonna say this right now. If I go up to No Jumper, I'm not gonna sit there and just blatantly call Wack a rat or nothing like that. Even though I got into clubhouses with Wack and he would never let me talk. He cussed me out the whole nine. But the whole thing is that's not my main agenda to just sit there and call old boy a rat. All I'm saying is there's a lot more information leading to him being allegedly an informant than there is Brick. Yeah. Yeah, we good. Yeah. Huh? No, you good? Yeah, I'm on live. No, you good. All right, but basically, and my sister-in-law, she good. Basically, what I'm saying is, it just seems like there's a lot more to allegedly say that Wack is an informant than there is on putting the jacket on Brick, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. We get right back to the video.
LAPD.
Oh, okay. That's what you meant. Okay, cool. Is Loose working? And Loose is my man. You can't break my heart like that.
I know there's nothing in there to say that, bro. Nothing in. There's not even a wiretap on it.
So Brick is the
You
only.
got two niggas. You got two niggas. Well, one nigga for sure telling on Loose, and possibly a second one.
You think that's Brick, baby?
On Loose. No, nigga, it's the dude that was getting extorted. Did you read the fucking indictment paperwork, bro?
No, I did, but you're also putting, like, for example, other than that line.
There's no way you read the indictment paperwork.
No, I've read every paperwork, Wack.
Why is Wack so upset with Akademiks? Why is he so combative and so aggressive and so like? Why you want to fight Akademiks?
Come on.
Okay, so why would you mention Brick Baby's name with Luke?
Because here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing.
And the only reason why I would say I would mention Loose with Brick is because they've been doing these incriminating ass phone calls. I ain't talking about Brick's phone calls. Because when Brick talk on the phone, he doesn't say as much as Loose does. I'm talking about when they had this narrative, they're both in the same cell and that they had a fight with somebody. Like, I guess it was a blood or something, supposedly. And then they had supposedly had a fight with Big U too on the yard. Like, so they were just coming up with these content narratives in there and calling up to No Jumper and literally incriminating themselves. And it's just like, is that going to be played in the court? Because everything's recorded in there, so it's just like I don't know. I feel like definitely Loose Cannon though is more of the person that's talking too much, because he's always been somebody that's kind of talked too much, bro. But Brick really doesn't say shit other than he misses his kids, he's doing it for his family. Y'all go support his channel, and y'all do go support his channel. Go support support. I'm off the Hennessy blood. Go support bro's channel. You feel me? Go listen to his videos, his calls, him calling in and stuff. There's a lot of encrypted messages in those calls, but y'all go, send him a super chat, give him a sub, give him a like, give him a view. Y'all go over there to Awful Lot of Cough Syrup and go copy a Kill Squad mask, man. Free Brick. But what I'm saying is Brick really isn't incriminating himself like that really at all on his calls like that. Like, he says little things that are kind of hot that you wouldn't really want to say on the phone, but not to the point or an extent as what Loose Cannon does when he's on the phone talking to Sharice. Like, I'll say this. He hasn't once asked Sharice, hey, how is my my baby doing, basically. How is, I think he has a daughter, correct? He has a daughter, but how is my child doing, He hasn't asked Sharice that at all, but you see Brick, he's always like, like he stated all of his daughter's names off and shouted out to his BMs and shit. So it's just like, that's why I said they're really different with the incrimination shit, and I really don't think that Brick should even really be in that category, because it's not like he really says nothing that serious to the point where they're like, oh yeah, bro's cry, like bro's geeking blood. Like, I think like with Loose though, for sure, like bro always says a little too much. You feel me? Just maybe that's just me. Let me know in the comments though what y'all think. Do you think that Brick really shouldn't be having this jacket put on him like that? It should be more backlash and smut thrown on Loose's name for doing these encrypted phone calls for content with Sharice and shit, and kind of amplifying people in certain things that didn't even happen. So, creating fake narratives and so forth.
You're saying Brick was working, but you can't tell me.
He's working, but I never said, bro.
You can't tell me anybody that.
Hold on, let me tell you.
You can't tell me nobody put in jail. We put in jail.
No. I think you full of shit. If you read the paperwork,
I did. Now you mad.
I think you full of shit.
Who he put in jail, but you want us to believe he a snitch.
I think you full of shit, Paul. I think you full of shit, Paul Rule. You full of shit, Paul Rule. Paul Rule.
Was able to identify.
You want to get exposed by the exposures?
No, of course I read the paperwork.
Wack, you're a victim.
Come on.
Okay, so why would you mention Brick Baby's name with Luke?
Because here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. You're saying Brick was working, but you can't tell me.
He's working, but I never said, bro.
You can't tell me anybody that.
Hold on, let me tell you.
You can't tell me nobody put in jail. We put in jail.
No. I think you full of shit. If you read the paperwork,
I did. Now you mad. Now you mad because you can't tell us who he put in jail, but you want us to believe he a snitch. But who he put in jail though?
That part, like really.
People that the victim was able to identify.
Was able to identify in what situation?
You're a liar. You didn't read the paperwork.
No, of course I read the paperwork.
Wack, you're a victim that identified people in the paperwork. What if Akademiks would have been funny? Oh, you mean when Big U and them ran down on you and you were scamming for your life? You talking about that?
You have a better Wack. You have a better understanding of the paperwork because you know some of these people. I don't know these people, so I'm only seeing names.
Fuck what you talk about. You're a liar right now. The paperwork said it was 7 to 9 robbers, and the fucking victim can identify two of them.
Loose Cannon and some other guy. Yeah, okay.
Who's the other guy? I mean, you know that because I just said too. Who's the other guy? You read the work.
I only know the name.
Eddie Boy. I think they're talking about Eddie Boy, no?
No, nigga, what's the last name? The same last name.
I don't know if it was like. It's not Robinson. It's some. I forgot who it is, but
it's Williams.
All I know is when I see Williams, that's
Listen, bro. Brick Baby's last name is Mitchell, not Robinson.
I know.
Why the fuck did you tie Brick Baby to Loose Cannon?
Why are you mad, bro? Why are you mad? Why are you so upset? Stan, try to understand that I do want you as a fan. Like, chill out, big dog. Why you chill?
And this thing,
hold on. No. The reason why I'm asking you is because you're telling me that Brick is 100% working, but we can't link him to no one that has gotten incarcerated. We haven't seen his name in any paperwork.
This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna accept the fact that you gang goofy and dumb to the game.
No. 6ix9ine's name is all in Harv's paperwork. Harv is in jail because of 6ix9ine. That's a fact.
Hey, ask your chat. Is anybody in your chat ex-con? Just ask it and tell me if anybody says yes.
They can hear you and they're gonna spam it.
They can hear you.
They're gonna spam it.
Is anybody ex-con? Yes or no?
But Wack, you're moving the goalpost a little bit.
No, I'm not. I'm about to show you something. Is anybody in your chat ex-con? Ask your chat.
We're having a bunch of people say yes.
Okay, ask your chat. If you are arrested for a shooting, an ex-convict for a shooting, or arrested for getting caught with AK-47 in the state of California.
The Akademiks did ask a really good question. If Brick Baby snitching, who did he tell him?
It's illegal. Will you go 2.5 years with no court date and fucking not have no history of ever showing being booked? Ask them.
You just asked them.
They're hearing you. So you're saying that?
Yeah. Where is the proof for that though? Because it showed that he got booked for that AK, right? He didn't go up through LA County Court. He went through Compton Court, right? Okay. They dropped the case because they said they just charged him with the work that they found instead of the AK. So this is the thing. If Brick was telling, allegedly, why would they hem him up, take him out, and put him in this 6-0 Rico? But it's actually, you know what? I wouldn't really say they're even tying him into that, other than saying that he was extorted by, or allegedly extorted by Big U. But this is the thing though, too, though. if that was the case, bro, that he was just telling and he was just giving info out, right? Don't you think that they would want him on the street and on these podcasts, not behind walls? So he must not be that valuable of a source to him, even if he is talking, but he isn't, though. I'm just saying if, which there is no if. It's just a set fact. It's like, okay, you could come up with all these narratives, and then Wack's going to take a little bit of spice and throw that spice on there to make it more flavorful for people to enjoy and interest. So it's always going to be added to what it was. There's always going to be more added to it when it comes to Wack. Oh, he had a DA reject and AK case now is because he my homie for the set or one of my little homies from Villains was fucking on his wife, and then it like all that. So all that just off of saying he got picked up for an AK turned into, oh, this, and this happened, and this is why this happened, this and this and this happened. So I feel like you see that a lot of times with Wack. Like he'll take a story and he'll add to it and fucking just put extras on it, bro. Like fables and shit, bro. He says fables, bro. Like they're not true tales at all. And even if it is a little bit true, it's maybe 5% true, 90%. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hey, you guys. Or not?
You can, but it can't see you.
All right. Then.
Oh, now it can.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it will. It can, but it's just
I thought she was in there with an old person. That's crazy.
nah.
All right, guys. Welcome to the King Truth channel. I just want to say hey. Represent.
For sure. But nah, yeah, it's cause the camera's like this anyway. It's I would have to have it like that.
You paused them?
No, I ain't pausing.
It's just frozen?
Oh, the video? Yeah, I paused the video. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let me see the video.
That's
But
all
you would have
proof you
to.
have that he's a snitch. You don't know nobody.
You don't need no, and the paperwork.
All right, hold on, Wack. So anybody who got
The paperwork.
hold on, if he was working, anybody who got sent to jail,
Academic,
I hear you.
you're
But,
gonna admit that he said
You would have to
what
plug
I'm
it.
doing what the police is telling me to
Nah,
do.
you would have to
I'm
plug
not
it in like
denying. I'm
right
not
there.
denying that he said that.
But
What
I
I'm
can
saying is that
I have
you
I have
don't
another pair of these
nobody
headphones
he
too.
has who hit because
No.
what happens is if he cooperated and helped somebody get locked up, his name gonna be in their paperwork.
This is what we gonna do. Like I don't understand some dumbass square shit. It's like if you don't
It
get
might
it,
only be one slot.
Even though we
in fucking 2022 for a shoot. You were arrested in June 2023 for fucking assault rifles, and it never shows you being booked, and you never had a court date. On that and that alone, with your paperwork saying,
Why is it? Hold on. Nah, there's not a head. Oh yeah, I do, but yeah, but I have to have it in this one though.
What's this?
That's the speaker.
What's this?
Academics is not
Oh,
impressed, nor is he convinced.
That's my headphones right
Sent
here.
you
Yeah.
a clip of a dude that you seen get arrested and now is volunteering to go to work. That same dude that got caught with that gun, right? He's in the back seat. I sent you the clip. They telling him, you want to go to work? You know where more guns at? He said, yeah, but y'all let me go like
Nah, I can't hear nothing. Like it's not making the beeping noise or nothing, so it should be good. Yeah, nah, I just don't.
I just wanted to show you the channel for a little bit. I thought you had somebody in here, so I was trying to say hi and join your channel today.
Nah, I have somebody.
Hi, bears. Hi, guys. Nice to meet you guys. Have a good night.
I have somebody about to come in though soon. I'm just waiting for them to pop in. Yeah, one of the homies.
go. That same little nigga, I was on his way to the liquor store. You know what happens when he walks back up in the projects? They ain't gonna think nothing of it. And you know what he gonna do to stay out of jail? He gonna keep leading the police to other people to make arrests. And those other people, some of them turn out like him and they start working. And then they start doing the same shit. And you look up and they got 50 informers.
This nigga Wack is talking about a bunch of absolute nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Literally nothing, bro. Like that shit. I feel like shit. If anything, he's like I said, he just running in circles, bro. Like he's just talking in circles, bro. Doesn't seem like there's no substance to what he's saying. Definitely feels like he's talking in circles, bro. If anything, they should do a more deeper dive on Wack shit, to be honest. But I mean, that's besides the point, though. But
That's when we say you're working, is that. When we say you snitched on a nigga, that's the paperwork identified you snitched on a nigga.
Okay, so Wack is working. Got it.
Okay, Wack. Perfect. So I'm going.
He said, "Okay, what? So I can
finally convince me." So now let me say this: Brick is incarcerated.
Academics is like, whatever. I'll say whatever I gotta say to get you to shut up. Let's just go to the next topic.
Hold on. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Well, you claimed he's a victim of extortion of Big U. So he should.
No.
You didn't say that?
Slow down.
Okay, explain.
Niggas like you do weird, dumbass shit like that.
No, that's what you said.
No, motherfucker, that ain't what the fuck I said. That's what the paperwork said.
Okay.
Wack cusses like somebody's black mom. Like Wack cusses at people like he's somebody's black mom. No, motherfucker, didn't I tell you when we get to the store, don't be asking me for nothing? That's why I hate taking you places. Wack cusses like somebody's black mother for sure. Wack for sure is his mama's son. For sure.
Okay, perfect. So you said what the paperwork said. So I'm going with what the paperwork said that you repeated. So now that he's locked up, if he's been working, that means you're predicting he's going to flip against Big U as someone who got extorted. Because if he's been working for a couple of years, why would he keep working now to get out?
Hey, bro.
So if he doesn't testify
listen. This is when you doing your dumb build out of science guy shit. I can't tell you who we gonna flip on, why the fuck he in there.
But it would make no sense though. If he told then and not tell now.
I can tell you from 2022 when he got caught doing the shooting until motherfucking March 2025, I can tell you a few key things. A is 2 violent felonies he got caught dead bang for that he doesn't show being booked for, and he never had a court date. 2. I mean, 3, I can show you. Listen, the third thing I can show you is his paperwork, where on his wiretap, he tells the bitch, I'm tired of doing what the police is telling me to do.
Wack, you're repeating the same thing, which I agree with. Okay, so I'm on your side now.
He's literally talking in circles, bro.
Listen,
I'm now saying why, if he was working.
Academics like, bro, you're just saying the same thing over and over. Pay attention, meathead. You're saying the same thing he said.
And then why wouldn't he work?
You bozo niggas doing this.
If he's working when he's on the streets, why would he work when they get locked up?
I can't tell you who he's gonna flip on now. That ain't my discussion. Can't tell you. We gotta wait to see. I don't know what he's gonna do now. I can tell you.
Do you predict him flipping on Big U?
No. Hey, bro. I'm gonna say this, bro.
If he was working when he was free, why not work when he's in jail?
Listen, bro. Stop coming at me like I'm slow, bro.
No, I'm asking questions, Wack.
Stop coming at me like I'm slow, man.
I can tell you.
He's not coming at you like you're slow. You're looking pretty turtle-like.
Was in the paperwork. What the paperwork supports up until this day is everything I'm saying. Ain't no assumption. It's right there.
But,
now, what
but we are assuming. We're assuming a bunch of stuff now. Like we're assuming that there's not going to be paperwork that says.
I'm not assuming. No, look, listen. See, when I'm talking about what's in the paperwork, that's not an assumption. That's what's in the paperwork. You get what I'm saying? This ain't no assumption. What you talking about is an assumption.
Okay, so you're going off the facts. You're going off the facts.
Yeah, I'm thinking on what's in the work, bro. What's supported. I can show you where that is.
Yeah, but right in the work, it never said that he sent no one to jail, but you said he's working.
Hey, bro, I don't think. Hey, let's move on, bro, because you're not going to get it.
There's nothing to get because you're contradicting yourself. You said you want to go by the work, but the work don't say that he told on nobody. So is it your opinion? And if it's your opinion...
Yeah, literally, it has to be your opinion, bro, because there's literally no proven facts that Rick told on nothing. Literally. So it's just like, okay, is this just exactly what you're trying to paint for the narrative? Like, this is exactly what your opinion is, but it's not no actual real factual shit to it. Like, it's not no real facts to it. Like, I don't know.
Opinion, just say it's your opinion, but don't try to make your opinions fact, Mr. I'm gonna beat R&B's feet when I get to the house.
Sound dumb as fuck.
Oh, man.
Nobody is gonna get caught shooting. Hey, look.
He said I was sitting there at Birdman paying Birdman said I ain't gonna be back. Hey, baby, I ain't gonna be back for like a week, baby. And Wack said, it's all right. Yeah, R&B. I'm gonna stay here.
They got a freeway shooting. You hear me? The world watched him. You understand what I'm telling you? They watched him in the middle of the freeway. Listen.
Blueface also told on the Mexicans I took his chain.
He got booked.
And he testified. So did you.
Okay? You saw him get booked. And then he got bailed out. And then we was in court, nigga, in the next 4-5 days. And we was in court for the next year fighting the case. You see, it was a court date. Ain't no 2.5 years, nigga. And within that 2.5 years, you get caught up again with an AK-47. Okay. And it ain't no court date. Fuck out of here, bro.
So hold on. If you know, again, if you, I don't know if you communicate.
All right, so I think that's. Let me see. Hold on. I think that's where that starts and stops right there. Let me check. I think that's it right there. Yeah, that's that. All right, man. So, Officer Rat Run Hunter doing his due diligence. Y'all know the deal with that. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. Free Avenue Angel, so he's free. Wax, you know.
Okay, so we're gonna do this one.
It just got wrapped up, and their words have been used against them.
The only thing we discussed is
what's
on the work.
Subscribe to Hookah Anonymous, bro. You got all the good content too. Check them out.
All right, y'all. Now I'm a little late on this, but I had to react to it because this right here is a different level of insane. I say that because I never thought I'd see the day where you have two guys that willingly tell you that they got no problem saying police stuff online, calling each other and informing. Well, I know Akademiks lets it be known that he has no problem because he's a civilian. However, Wack 100 likes to play both sides of the fence. One day he's saying incriminating things online about someone and or exposing paperwork or just inside information that no one usually knows. Now, how he gets that information, that's a total different story. But then on the other days, it's situations like this where he feels what he's doing isn't police work. Now, in this case, we have Wack 100 telling Akademiks he's doing police work by mentioning certain things and breaking down people's cases while on live. However, DJ Akademiks will clap back and say, well, basically, what do you call what you're doing with Big U? Right? Which is a hell of a point because that's the first thing I thought of when I seen it myself. So let's get into it. I want to know what you guys think about this at the end. Let me know who y'all think is right or wrong. But before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Now, let's get into it.
And tell every grown man.
No, because I'm trying to have a consensus.
I ain't telling no grown man.
I'm trying to have a consensus saying.
I'm not telling no grown man.
So you think these street niggas should continue?
Not telling no grown man. Do you not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? You and everybody else who want to try to make me a babysitter.
No, Wack. Wack.
I'm not telling the grown man.
No, Wack. I'm not making
for y'all that don't know what's going on, right? He's basically referring to loose cannon.
I'm not telling the grown man shit.
He pretty much fueled the whole situation with Loose Cannon and Big U. If y'all remember, they was on No Jumper, and as Loose Cannon was saying what he was saying about Big U, Wack is like, well, tell him this. Well, tell him that. Well, also, don't forget to tell him this. And so the thing is, a lot of people are saying, well, damn, Wack, like, that was your boy, right? You don't feel like no way. And Wack response is, well, I'm nobody's babysitter, right? We're grown men. And I get it, but you did play a part because we did see him instigate it. See, that's what manipulators do. And I think that's what Loose Cannon did. But he don't even realize.
No, you're good, but just let me just tap on your butt.
Wack, let me tell you this. I remember.
And then just let him know
the video
like the pins and shit. I'm just trying to.
I started to look to say, hey, listen, I'm not trying to get no. And by the way, I don't. It's not like I have these guys on my platforms and they're saying it. I don't want to get nobody indicted or locked up. If they said the way how Ack is doing this is how we're locking people up, I would change. So I'm only saying this to say this is the first RICO case that they've ever mentioned podcast this much. I think podcasts should probably take note. You don't think so?
And then you got to keep in mind, they said 40% of that RICO has to deal with social media. And when they mention podcasts,
it's not. 40% has to do with social media. 40% has to do with interviews and podcasts. They literally got all the information off of Vlad, No Jumper, Cam Capone, and I forgot the other shit.
They specifically mentioned the No Jumper whole situation with Loose Cannon and Wack 100.
Wack
that
100.
We seen where Adam 22 said he had to give up whatever the cease and desist that he received from Big U, as well as other stuff that we may not know about, right? But like Akademiks is saying, if they're saying they're using this in court to pretty much indict somebody, wouldn't you want to switch that up? Right? Not to mention, if they're using that same interview that you did with Loose Cannon and you was there instigating the whole situation, then what does that say? It's not about being a babysitter.
We're different people. My homies wouldn't be in my backyard either. See how we different people? So you're different people, right? I'm telling you, I don't get it. I don't.
See, he threw a low blow at Ack. Yo, let me tell you, I don't know what it is with Ack and Wack. Get it? Ack and Wack. I don't know. But anyway, they got like this weird relationship, almost like Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless in a sense, or Shannon Sharp, whatever the case may be. But it seems like sometimes they go too far, at least Wack 100, like things like that. If y'all remember, this is a serious case with DJ Akademiks where he was alleged, it was alleged that he was involved in a grape situation, right? We covered that as well. But as you can see, he brought that up.
right? Like we're two different people. My friends wouldn't be having sex with my girl in my backyard. And see, that's a little too far. But hey, I guess that's a relationship.
Hey, that's whack though. That ain't surprising.
Upload.
He's gonna get you right at the jugular.
But he did.
So wait, Wack. So you still like after watching all of this with his big Rico, you was still.
I'm not telling a grown man.
I'm not saying you telling them. I'm talking about your actions. You would still be on either Clubhouse or anything else discussing people current street situations, knowing that these just got wrapped up and their words have been used against them.
So the only thing we discuss is what's on the work.
See, you know what's crazy? Every time somebody make a point against Wack and he get mad, he starts getting disrespectful. Right? Now, keep in mind, he said everything they discuss is in the paperwork, but it's not. Because if y'all remember, he's the one that released the audio of the mother and the sister, I believe, of the alleged victim that had DNA from Big U allegedly underneath his nails. He's the one that put that narrative out there, but now for some reason, you know, he's kind of like retracting it. Like, oh, no, I didn't say that, or I don't know where it came from. It came from him. That narrative about the DNA being underneath the nails came from Wack 100 himself, and he went as far as having the mother and sister on audio, and he played it on Clubhouse. That wasn't in the paperwork, at least not from what we seen.
It's on the work, we running it.
Wack, you were discussing Brick Baby not going to court, and there was no work that existed at that time.
Facts.
So you're discussing his current street situation.
Wait. Say that again.
There was no paperwork that existed, but you were
That's
discussing.
why we discussed it. How you ain't got a court date and no bail information. Now,
hold on. Wait. But Wack, why is that online content?
No.
Why is that online content though?
Because that's what we want it to be.
Always online content, man. Come on now.
See, this is this is what people do when they realize that their point is null and void, or that you got them in a conversation. They get very disrespectful to try to deflect from the point at hand. At the end of the day, he just contradicted himself. He said, we're only talking about things that's in the paperwork. Akademiks named something that wasn't in the paperwork, and he said, well, I wanted it to be content. Well, it wasn't out there at the time, but I wanted it to be. Who cares? Contradicted.
Why did you take off shooting, sit here like the DEA, still frame it, circle, break down who had on what color what, who had on what shoes?
I got to
shut your
hold on. Wait. Wack.
That ever been done in the history
Hold on.
of podcasting.
Hold on.
You sit there on the open murder case.
Wait. Hold on. Wack.
Down the shirt, all that.
What?
Now it's up.
No.
You with the other side of the trigger.
Hold on.
It's up and we stuck. The most holy
Wack.
ever done
Here's the
in the
difference.
history of podcasting.
Wait, Wack.
Did you not?
Wait, Wack. Are you gonna let me say the
Did you
difference?
not?
Wack.
Did you not?
The difference is,
See,
I know.
you see what Wack is doing? And it's crazy because I deal with people like this often too. They try to overtalk, right? And then you hear what he tried to do. He tried to muscle his own narrative in there. Did you not? First of all, we're not talking about that. Like whatever you said I did, cool. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about what you just said. Now you're trying to deflect from the original point at hand once again. But I think Ack actually admitted it.
Admitted. Everybody else is doing it and claim they're not.
Okay.
I know I
what
did it.
the-
I said I'm solving
Okay.
this. I literally said I'm solving a murder live. Everybody else is doing it
There you
and
go.
acting like they're keeping the street. Hold on. As long as everybody say what I did with the takeover was police, I'm a civilian. What y'all are doing is police. We all do police. If we admit it, let's go. We all hold hands and do police.
Listen.
That's all I'm saying.
Let me explain something to you. If we got to work, or we know you working, we're going, listen, if I wasn't telling that you got caught and you working right now today, one thing everybody can't say is Wack didn't call it and this didn't lie. He lied right here on your platform, right?
See, but you see what he just did? If y'all pay attention to what just happened, He just created a diversion from the original point at hand and then went to something totally different and said, well, guess what? If I didn't did what I did, right, where he lied, nobody would know because he lied
What's
about
up,
it.
Shorty, bro? How you
But
doing,
here's the
man?
thing, once again, are you either going to admit you did it or are you just going to
Give me
take
1
credit
second, bro. I'm
for
gonna grab
knowing
my
something ahead of time? Either way,
grab
it's
something real
still
quick.
kind of speaking on something that wasn't out there at the time. Now, this is what they're categorizing as police work. At the end of the day, is it police work? Totally up to them or whoever else feel it is. But you can't say you're not doing it, but then you want to take credit for it at the end of the day. Well, no, I didn't do it, but you can't say that I didn't tell y'all ahead of time. He would have still been lying to y'all. It's you. I don't know, man.
Now,
Wack,
I had to
Wack,
call
I'm
him
with
out.
you.
Hold on.
Wack, hold on.
Hold on.
The key point you're about to skip over, I said, and I'm admitting that takeoff is I do police on here all the time. I saw
Yeah,
drivers.
we buy
I
that.
saw-
Okay.
Hold on,
So,
as
nigga,
long
what
as
I'm
you
telling
say
is,
that the Hunter
what
side
I'm
does it too.
telling you is,
We all do police.
will continue to read and run paperwork. I don't give a what it's about.
Okay. So, and by the way, everybody knows you with Ack is liable to do some police. Or will you say the same or no?
What you mean? Like, nigga, I'm just correcting you because you talking about what we do. We don't do what you do. That was a wide
Wack,
open
you know
murder
this
case,
case more than me. You mentioned the allegation of a murder before
You
we
know
ever
why?
seen a work.
Because,
We
listen,
never seen a work.
listen, and at least 5 of our rooms on the Hunter side, I got a guy named Prince that if I brought him in here right now, he can recite the whole to you. You know why? We have rooms on the Hunter side called Murder Mystery, but we
I
didn't
do
ran
know.
through the whole
He keeps
indictment.
going past
We
the
got
point.
the
See
morning
what I'm
show,
saying?
but we didn't ran through the whole indictment.
Akademiks' point is this: simple and plain, but he keeps trying to jump over it. It's listen, I know what I do over here is police. I'm admitting it. What y'all is doing, y'all are doing police work, but y'all not admitting it. Y'all trying to dress it up. But y'all are doing police work, but you don't want to admit it. Just admit that y'all doing police work too. Wack said no. He's trying to create diversions.
The only thing I would say is that with the takeoff thing, I got the murder.
Shit, I'm great, bro. I'm great.
No.
Video footage.
Wack, you didn't read no indictment.
tapping
You
in, bro.
basically went to talk to the victim or the victim's mom. So we did the both same thing, except you were right. I was wrong.
Hey, bro. We're talking to two people who giving us. We know they're giving us wrong information. We didn't give a. You look. Do you know what?
See, once again, first of all, see, and this is what, let me tell you, I'm not going to tell y'all who to pay attention to, who to subscribe, and none of that. But a lot of these guys that be out here creating the quote unquote content, this is what they do. As he about to say, listen, everybody's lying to us. You know they lying. This is what we do. And no, this is not what we do. And this is why real journalism, or sometimes investigative journal, whatever you want to call it, right? It gets lost because at the end of the day, you have people just saying or doing anything all for the sake of content. But to be honest with
That's
you,
true,
I
though,
think
for
it's
real.
more to what it is with Wack because he's been on like this campaign where he's saying everything he was saying about Big U was wrong and this. He did a DJ Vlad interview where he kind of retracted everything he said. I don't know, it's kind of suspicious, but he went from, yeah, Big U did this and yeah, Big U did that, to suddenly now it's no, he didn't. I don't know where the narratives came from. No, I wish him the best. Where does this come from? And how do, you know, it's funny, how do Loose Cannon feel now? Because now when you pay attention, right, you got Wack 100. He was with Loose Cannon, agitating him, instigating him to talk about Big U. That's one of the reasons why Loose Cannon is in the situation he's in now. At first, they tried to make it seem like it wasn't, but clearly when Adam said, well, they wanted to cease and desist, that had something to do with Loose Cannon because he spoke on Big U, right? So how would Loose Cannon feel knowing that he was pretty much that's not the word. Pretty much hyped up by Wack 100 to talk about the situation with Big U, and he's in there, and now Wack is out here saying, well, no, you know, Big U's a good guy, and I I don't get it.
With that, do you know what that tactic was designed to do?
What?
The same shit what Big U did to me, antagonized the fuck out of me. He got me back on his turn in. Nigga, he say shit, they ask me questions.
He did make it hot for you. He was trying to make it hot for you. He was trying to go crazy on you.
Okay, but guess what? Looking at what he said and looking at the indictment, can you say, Big U, you said some bullshit on Wack, because that you said is supported by the indictment paperwork, right? But he shot his shot, so I gotta answer questions. So what we did, when we hear these ladies telling us wrong murder dates, wrong murder years, and shit, this gonna happen, and you asking us for money after the fact.
Wack, here's the
Oh,
difference.
talking about the Ray Sean
Hold on.
I
Williams.
give it a big difference.
This is trolling. We press play, and guess what? We sat back and we wanted to watch him get questioned, and people tapping him on the shoulder. His homies call us. You think they don't call us and say, yeah, we was at the park today and they asked Cuz about that. What'd he say? He got mad and stormed off. That's all we want to hear.
Wack.
So basically, they're all playing. All right, so this is basically it. But as you
Y'all heard that? Wack got people at the park. You tapping in with it. Hey, what'd he say when y'all said that? What reaction you get from him? Like, what?
can see, I don't know how credible. Well, we already knew that you take whatever Wack says with a grain of salt. But now that he's basically admitting, well, you know, everything we say, don't believe because we just run content. We're trolling. We're just trolling to get questions asked so y'all could get mad about the questions that they play. See, that's the social media games they play. That's the social media games. He basically saying we don't know how true it is. We don't care how true it is. But as long as we put a narrative out there to get questions asked to certain individuals, in this case, Big U, that's all he care about. It's weird. I don't know. Anyway, y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Do you feel DJ Akademiks do police work? Do you feel Wack 100 do police work? Do you think they both do it? Do you think one is in denial? To be honest with you, it makes no sense to even ask if Akademiks do it because he says it proudly. He said, yeah, that's exactly what we do here. The problem is Wack don't understand what he's doing is the same thing, but he's caught in limbo, I guess, between being in the streets and on social media, and I don't know. It's all the same at the end of the day. Y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.
All right. Do you think there needs to be another another video breaking this down, or do you think that's it? And we on to the next one.
What up, though? Right back at you with another video, and this time we got Wack 100 talking spicy on
Let me know something, y'all.
as usual. He's saying that all the gangster stuff started in Cali and in New York. What y'all think, man? Give me a comment down in the comment section. Me personally, y'all, I'm from Detroit, and you know what I'm saying? We ain't never been soft in Detroit, man. So, man, let me know what y'all think about this video, man.
That audio one more
Academic is
time.
about what you
Yeah,
mean,
run that
bro.
clip.
Academic is about the academic life.
All right. We're going to run this clip one more time for everybody that's just coming in.
Yeah, go over there, play with it, see what life is about, boy. If you want to.
Ain't trying to catch enough fade, Wack.
Yeah,
that man did call the baby out. That man called the baby out. He did. That man said he'll bang on that man one-on-one.
That's the Henny talking, Wack.
Man, I wouldn't give a damn. That man called him out.
That's that Henny talking.
Act like one of them people try to get bullied, but end up beating the person to bully up.
Man, when Migos was at that thing and they was about to get down with Joe Budden, he started looking all scared and panicking. Nobody was
I remember that shit. Joe Budden and the Migos, that was a good one.
even finna do nothing
That little show they used to have with Akademiks.
to him.
Exactly, bro. I don't know why
Man,
you
y'all
use
know
your dick as a
anything.
bitch.
Man, y'all know money change things. You know what I'm saying? Make you a little tough.
Yo.
Man, when you
He
see
ain't
that,
been done to a nigga. What Blueface say about it? He must have said something about it.
In the interview, he said that Ack was sucking his dick.
Oh, yeah,
Whoa.
that's why he mad.
Ack was sucking his dick. What the
You
fuck?
know, a lot of rappers got to understand that Act make a lot of money.
Ack make a lot of money. He been doing it for a minute too.
Act make a lot of money.
Make
Though.
money. Act make money.
Can't go to challenging them man do no money.
Do he still be loving Drake?
Wait, what?
Do he still be loving Drake?
Yeah, that's
I
his.
don't know. I just know Act probably worth 10, 15 million. Something like that. Well, you make a lot of money.
Light.
You tell a motherfucker to suck your dick, he gonna respond. And all you gonna hear that dick.
Indeed.
Like, I don't know what. Look, all you street niggas, y'all shut the fuck up. Y'all in the head. You niggas looking like bitches. All you street niggas looking like bitches. Stop talking. You're in the head. Every street nigga telling in the blogs. Fuck, niggas.
That's a
You
fact.
ain't got no win with a nigga like Act. You street niggas ain't got
Wake
no
it up.
win. You niggas ain't got no win with a nigga like Act. His gang is winning. His gang is making you street niggas.
It's like, bruh, you went from being the biggest crip to be the biggest victim of your woman. Again, I apologize. I'm gonna apologize. Yeah, I catch this too. I apologize, Blueface, if I view you and view your career a little bit maybe more than you do. If I just thought you was just there's a couple niggas who I've seen on reality show. I'm like, oh, they should be there. I kept looking at you to be like, nah, nigga, reality show is hurting your shit because you're not looking like the boss. You're not looking like a gangster on there. Like, you're not looking like what you're selling. You're not looking like a player. You did Blue Girls Club, but on the shit, you looking like a victim. But you know what I realized? You're in love. And when somebody in love, it's not up to me to tell you what's good for you. That's why I don't even want to get into that back and forth. But trust and believe, you're not Lil Baby. So please, okay? I know he probably heard when I say yo, Lil Baby. Of course, you got more than me. Hold on, that's Lil Baby. Hold on. You other niggas is not Lil Baby. Y'all gotta stop, okay? Y'all got to stop, okay? See, you about to get me big headed. I was about to say, make a request. I'm gonna just chill out for a little bit. We're just gonna read your comment section, brother.
And you tell a man to suck your dick, he's gonna say something.
Say it like that. Stop saying you street nigga.
Shut your bitch ass up. Fuck your mama. Fuck your daddy. Fuck your family. Your bitch ass motherfucker. You's a bitch. I'll spit in your mama's face. Slap your mama all up. That's dumb bitch for having you.
You act like you
Stupid
act like
motherfucker.
you
Fuck
the-
your mama, you bitch.
You act like you the representative of the street. You ain't nobody, nigga.
he the only
You
street
ain't
nigga
nobody.
in America. He the only
You
street nigga
You
in
ain't
America.
nobody, bro. You ain't nobody. Wherever you from, wherever you claiming it just got on anyway. I'm tired. I'm gonna say this. I'm tired of a lot of you out of state niggas talking to Cali niggas like we ain't been doing what we've been doing, what y'all's just trying to start doing.
He's slow as fuck
Miss
because
me
he
with
came
that
on
shit.
here doxing himself.
Miss me, nah, bro. These niggas, because these niggas done got a little rap from doing some dumb shit, making a city and state look crazy. Like, nigga, you talking to niggas that this element been here 60-something years. I don't want to hear that shit. Some real shit.
Who the fuck was
Shut
that?
up.
Who is
I'm gonna
that?
be real. Like when it comes to that type of shit, New York niggas and Cali niggas don't go to talking to them niggas like where they come from. That ain't what it always been. Black Panther Party started up there in the Bay, my nigga. Let's get it right. It's gonna be real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talk about it.
Fact.
Like, come on, man. Y'all be like, nigga, it's just real shit. Niggas be thinking, and I told y'all, we all got a nigga in the family right now who not a gangbanger, a dope dealer, nothing. All right, cool. Nah. Service. Just go to the service. Right? So, we got niggas in our family right now that don't do none of that. Gotta kick your motherfucking ass. Straight up. Everybody got it with it.
Keep your motherfucking
Right?
hands
So,
forward.
I be telling niggas like, bro, y'all act like that shit give you some special power. On the street, look, a nigga get a tattoo yesterday. Get a 32 tomorrow. Nigga, I'm the hardest thing walking the earth.
I'm the hardest thing walking out of hell.
Go somewhere and sit down somewhere. What you talking about, man?
But I mean, I don't think they really pop it like that, bro. Like they don't sound like that. Even if they are street,
Prince.
Feel me?
I
They're
said,
not
bro,
popping like I'm a street nigga.
son with the same age,
I
but he
don't. I
like
really don't
5
think
years
so.
old. I said, Don, I got 100,000. Head up with you and my son. You say he gay, right? Get down with him, head up. He is queer.
You talking about Big Sav? What you talking about?
Oh, okay. Nigga been over there training for 17 years. Nigga kick a nigga ass. He gon' listen. His first step is to not fight. That's what they teach you. Well, boy, when it go down to it, you finna have a squabble on your hands, boy. That's why I know.
That's some real shit. You ain't lying. Hey, that
I
little
got an
nigga,
uncle.
that little nigga in shape.
Chinese kung fu, bro.
My uncle Bert square as a motherfucking L7 will fuck a nigga up. He'd get on the thing. Hey, dude, what the fuck you doing? You talking about? Will whoop a nigga's ass.
What's up, dude?
I be telling
Fucking
niggas,
drop
stop
your
letting
ass,
this shit get to
dude.
your head like this shit give you some
Fucking
special power.
take you down, dude. Pause.
Niggas is
Take you
crazy.
fucking down, dude.
Nigga, I got a gun. They do too. And they go to the range. They know how to take that motherfucker apart. They shit is grease and oil and work.
Well, look, man, there you have it, man. Y'all think academics be going too far sometimes, man? Getting in people's business, man. Leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this, man.
Subscribe to
Hey,
Three
like,
Bros Media, man. I
subscribe,
like that content.
Continue to watch my channel, man, and I'm gonna keep hitting y'all.
All right, boom. So, y'all think that was enough for the Wack situation, or we want to do one more video, y'all? Let me know something.
Y'all think DJ Akademiks trying to crash out Wack 100? Check this out.
Discussing people current street situations, knowing that these niggas got wrapped up and their words have been used against them.
So the only thing we discussed is
Bozo.
what's on the work.
You a bozo.
What's on the work, we running it.
Wack, you were discussing Brick Baby not going to court, and there was no work that existed at that time. So you're discussing his current street situation.
Wait. Say that again.
There was no paperwork that existed, but you were discussing.
That's why we discussed it. You bitch. How you ain't got a court date and no bail information? Now,
hold on. Wait. But Wack, why is that online content?
No.
Why is that online content though?
Because nigga, that's what we want it to be, motherfucker. The fuck is you talking about, you police ass? Why did you take takeoff shooting, sit here like the DEA, still frame it, circle shit, break down who had on what color what, who had on what shoes?
I got the best answer. Keep going.
Shut your
Hold on.
fuck ass up.
Wait. Wack.
Police shit that ever been done in the history of fucking podcasting.
Hold on.
You sit there on the open fucking murder case.
Wait. Hold on. Wack.
Down the shirt, all that. Now it's up.
No,
you
Wack.
fucking with the 100 side of the trenches.
Hold on,
it's
Wack.
Up and we stuck.
Wait, Wack.
This is the most police shit
Wack,
ever done
here's the difference.
in the history of fucking podcast.
Wait, Wack.
Did you not?
Wait, Wack. Are you gonna let me say the difference?
Did you not?
Wack.
Did you not?
The difference is, I know I did it and I admit it. Everybody else is doing it and claim they're not.
Okay.
I know.
The difference is, I know I did it and I'll admit it. Diabolical act.
Oh, I did it. No. I said I'm solving this. Wack. I literally said I'm solving a murder alive. Everybody else is doing it and acting like they're keeping the street. Hold on. As long as everybody say what I did with the takeoff shit was police shit, I'm a civilian. What y'all are doing is police shit too. Y'all do police shit. If we admit it, let's go. We all hold hands and do police shit.
Listen.
That's all I'm saying.
See, the thing is that I don't understand is that these people be cool and kicking with each other on these
Y'all subscribe to
podcasts,
more
talking to
ENC
each other
media.
on live and all this extra stuff, right? But then they get on the internet and try to crash each other out. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like, to keep it 100, DJ Akademiks low key trying to crash Wack out. But it's like Wack crashed Big U in them out and the 6-0s. And now you have DJ Akademiks trying to crash Wack 100 out. I don't know, man. I'm gonna sit back and watch the story, man. I'm gonna sit back and watch everything because this shit is getting crazy by the day.
It really is, though. Seems like it's a new thing every day, man.
This is the first RICO case that they've
We're gonna
ever
do this one as the
mentioned.
last video and we gone.
Podcast this much, I think
Shout out to
podcasts
Wake
should
TV,
probably
man.
take note. You don't think so?
You act with different people. My homies wouldn't be in my backyard either. I mean, I don't edit. I don't upload. And I'm not telling a grown man a motherfucking thing.
So wait, Wack. So you still, like, after watching all of this with his Big U RICO, you was still.
I'm not telling a grown man.
I'm not saying you telling.
I'm not telling
You
a
would still be
grown
on the
man.
Clubhouse or anything else discussing people current street situations, knowing that just got wrapped up and their words have been used against them.
So the only thing we discuss is what's on the work. Because on the work, we running it.
Wack, you were discussing Brick Baby not going to court, and there was no work that existed at that time. So you're discussing his current street situation.
Wait. Say that again.
There was no paperwork that existed, but you were discussing.
That's why we discussed it. How you ain't got a court date and no bail information. Now,
hold on. Wait. But Wack, why is that online content?
No.
Why is that online content though?
That's what we want it to be. Because you talking about you police.
You see, the problem come in, right? It be all fun and games when they politic with certain people who might not come from the street background, right? Until they start to catch on and then call you out on the bullshit.
You take off shooting, sit here like DEA, still frame it, circle, break down who had on what color what, who had on what shoes. Shut your fuck ass up.
Wait. Wack.
That ever been done in the history of podcasting. Fuck all that. Now it's up.
No.
With the other side of the trenches.
Hold on.
Wack. And we stuck.
I know I did it. No. I said I'm solving this. Wack. I literally said I'm solving a murder alive. Everybody else is doing it and acting like they're keeping it straight. Hold on. As long as everybody say what I did with the takeoff was post, I'm a civilian. What y'all are doing is post. We all do post. If we admit it, let's go.
Exactly. That's the thing. Ack ain't never said he was a street cat. Ain't never portrayed himself like that. And none of that shit. So
Listen.
That's all I'm saying.
If we got to work, or we know you working, we're going. Listen. If I wasn't telling that nigga, you got caught, bitch.
I do on here all the time. I solve crimes.
Yeah,
hold on. As long as you say that the Hunter side does it too.
But the difference is Ack is a civilian and Wack is a member. That's basically what they're trying to base it off of.
We all do police.
We will continue to read and run paperwork. I don't give a what it's about.
So, and by the way, everybody knows you fucking with Ack. Ack is liable to do some post. Will you say the same or not?
What you mean? I'm just correcting you because you talking about what we doing. We don't do what you do. Now you doing some police. Cause now you talking about that don't nobody know about. This is the police don't even know about it. You know what I'm saying? Their first lead. If the police's first lead is you, or if the information you gave up solved the crime, right? Or any type of like that, yeah, then you're doing police.
By your definition, what I did with takeoff is not the police because
No, they didn't. No, your information is not included in their investigation. But when you was freezing and stalling and this got this shirt on, that rules him out and this out, there's no doubt in my mind they may have watched it. I don't think they were going to put it in their report because it would have took away from their expertise. No. They don't want to.
Hey, Wack, hold on. You see, I'm a civilian, so I'm telling people that stream I was trying to solve the murder, and I would do it again.
And if any of my favorite rappers get hurt or die, I'm solving the murder live. It's fine. Give me a badge. I don't care. There's no expectations of me. You see, you're a little bit different.
Yeah, but
because
you know this act.
But in the Big U thing, you don't think you putting it online? Remember you said like it wasn't public content because it was only private call at that point. You putting it online.
Yeah, but we did, bro. You gotta remember, bro. The same call we got when they told 600.
When you released the call, or even defending Jay Prince, were you defending?
See, it looks strange, right? Because y'all remember when they
sure
released the
do.
call with the mama, right? Then when they was pressing him about it, like the people, everybody like, hold on, that's police shit, whatever. Just the whole shit, him dealing with the mama or releasing the information and shit. I guess with him feeling the pressures of people like, hold on, Wack, you backtracking now.
And Jay Prince, or you were trolling him? Because you released that a federal agent called you about Jay Prince.
They definitely called me. That look, you know what that call let me know, bro?
What?
Either him or somebody close to him or somebody in his camp been on that phone talking hot. That's the only reason why somebody had to like make some type of threat or something for them to call me. So here goes the thing. I got a few options, right?
Wait, they call you from a number, or it was like no caller ID?
No, just a number. You know, I answer all my calls. Yeah, I don't give. People tell you Wack answer, right? So either I could have hung up, and then that man went. He's that scared, and they still investigate him, right? For wherever they heard about me on their phones, right? Or I have a conversation and let them know that's bullshit. Me and dude ain't got no issues. Now they have.
So you try to help him out, really?
There you go.
And James Prince Sr.
I mean, I wouldn't have no information other than just leave helping with a Larry Hoover project.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, that's what I'm kind of wanting to talk to you about.
Okay.
So look, bro, I'm gonna keep it G real. I think this phone call was fake. Although if it was real, it's suspicious. You understand me? Hold on, what the federales doing calling you, bro? And then, you know, So I think his shit was just. I think it was a fake phone call that he was trying to use to like scare Jay Prince or whatever have you, right? And it ended up backfiring. Same way, like how like with the situation with the mama, contacting the mama and putting that shit out about Big U.
What's wrong with working on a Larry Hoover project?
No, sir. No, nothing's wrong whatsoever with it. I'm glad someone is advocating for him. That wasn't the issue. I was just information has been provided that you've had some disagreements with Mr. Prince. Are you familiar with him?
I mean, I know who he is, but I don't have no issues with Mr. Prince.
Okay. So,
I mean, a disagreement is a disagreement. I don't know how that factors in the FBI.
well, I think Mr. Jones, on the YouTube videos going back and forth with him calling you a snitch and you calling him one and all of that would be where.
I've heard the feds want Big U. That's crazy. They're doing all the shit. You know what's so funny? No, not Big U, not Big U. I mean Jay Prince. Yeah, Jay Prince has his thing. Jay Prince has his thing he called courtesy call. It looked like the feds gave you a courtesy call about him. That's hilarious.
I don't know nothing about no feds wanting Jay Prince. I don't know nothing about that.
I could say 6ix9ine.
I don't know nothing about
No,
that.
I'm not saying you know. I'll give you the information now. 6ix9ine told me in the 11th hour when he said it was a whole day of snitching. They asked him every question in the book. And it's after a while, they left, and there was a new set of feds that came in and said, what do you know about Jay Prince? Because they knew he had issues with him. He said he really didn't have much to say because he never knew them. But they wanted information, and that let him know they were looking into Jay Prince.
I don't know. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be real. That's all I know about Jay Prince.
I mean, you gotta know they're looking into him because they called you too.
I don't know nothing about that, bro. Stop playing with my.
No. I'm not saying you know nothing about it, but what I'm saying,
see, it's Wack, bro. You know, they be kind of like on you because you know when it seems like when it's convenient to know something, you know something, but then when it's convenient not to know something, you don't know nothing type shit. And I think, bro, you know that I think it's just a case of where when you the one who kind of like be
Yeah, that's
dropping
true.
news hella fast, or you be kind of like always in the mix of everything and shit like that, that people they gonna get suspicious, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then it makes it even more suspicious that you know it comes to a point where when niggas is questioning you about certain shit, the way you responding to it.
Why,
you're not
I don't
listening.
know what that. Listen, they never told me. Hey, look, weirdo, you got the calls, not edited. They never told me what they heard. But I'm not stupid. In order for them to call me about him,
I'm not
they
saying you
heard something on one of them lines over there, right?
Whack. That's what I'm saying. If the feds call you about me, if the feds call you about me, you'll be like, oh, the feds are looking into Act.
Dude like that,
right?
All I know about Jay Prince is rap a lot.
No, you don't know nothing. I know.
Hold on, hold the f up, bro. You brought him up, nigga, and I'm a clear.
Yeah, nah.
And what I didn't want to do is just hang the phone up because that looks like what? Maybe he is scared. Right?
Yeah. That's
and I'm like, I've never felt threatened. You know, we know each other.
You spoke nicely of him. Did he ever tell you thanks?
I said it to him.
You sent the call to him?
That's a fact.
Oh shit.
I sent it to him before it went on the internet.
Okay. Now what? Don't get mad at me. I'm gonna ask this question. And I'm not trying to get jammed up, but I'm just thinking out loud. You getting online and warning, or pretty much you essentially warn Big U.
I ain't warning shit.
Hold on. I'm not saying you were intentionally trying to warn.
Warn shit.
Wait, I'm not
Did
trying
you
to
rape that girl at your house?
No, Wack. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Whoa. Stop playing, white bro. Every time you play with me, I'm gonna play with you, bro.
Wack. I'm not saying you intentionally warned, but that's how some people
I
can
didn't
look at
warn.
it.
I trolled it.
Okay. Let's go to the Big U thing, right? So if you're saying you sent a federal call to the nigga you're asking about, do you ever think about like they might be pissed at you to say, nigga, you obstructed our investigation? What the fuck? You're telling the nigga you want to lock up?
Hey, what are you talking about? You sound dumb. Fed called me about Big U, dummy.
No, I'm talking about Jay Prince. I'm talking about Jay Prince. Like if they,
hey, bro, what are you talking about? You sound dumb as. They called and asked. I feel threatened. They called me.
But you say you sent it to him and you also put it out online. They might be like, yo, bro.
Right, I did. I didn't tell him to call me. This baby, don't nobody know what else is.
Yeah, I'm only.
See, that's where Wack, bro. They like, hold on. You just told us you was warning him. First you put it out there, right? Just like it was out there. You and Six was putting it out there, whatever have you. Then people start getting backlash for putting it out there. And you're like, really? We was warning the nigga. Now at press, you like, hold on, bro. You was warning him. You like, I wasn't warning shit. It's like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? You just it's a lot of contradiction and backtracking, bro. Nigga, it's good. See, the thing about it, niggas be, I guess other niggas like they be upset with Wack for exposing supposed snitches or whatever have you. So they like, hold on, we on you now about this shit. Like
asking because maybe they're like, yo, you're obstructing our investigation when you're.
That's not obstructing, nigga. That's not obstructing because guess what? There was never a crime committed against me.
Okay, that's true too. That makes sense. Yeah. I do think, there's constant prediction, especially if there's proprietary information known. Like, for example, if I know, if
I don't know about, hey, bro, here we look. Listen to me. If a nigga called you, they call you tomorrow, hey, look, we call him, yeah, we know, we heard Wack 100 wants to rob you and that he extorted you and that he took your gold chain last month. And you gonna be like, that's some bullshit that happened, right? That's not you jeopardizing that mother. Telling the truth, it's a lie.
Hold on, let me ask. I'm asking your opinion on this. If
Jay Prince
hold on,
never
I don't even have to talk about Jay Prince. I'm gonna just make up a fictional scenario.
Long story short, you understand me? At pushing a cold line no way. He know what he doing. Wack know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? And the people, if you just read through the comment sections of here, there, wherever, the people be on Wack. Like, hold on, what the like? They feel like he be knowing a lot about a lot. He always in the mix of everything, and you know, it's convenient. When it's convenient to be in the mix, you in the mix. When it's convenient to not be in the mix, you not in the mix. They be hot, bro, about Wack. Wack got a lot of people upset, bro. And it's, you know, one thing I will say is, bro, the federales, I see certain people don't even answer. I don't answer calls. I don't know. I don't answer block calls. I don't know none of that, nigga. But I mean, the people looking at it like, bro, why you ain't hang up? And why is the federales got your number? Why is they so cool with you? Or why they want to give you a heads up and hella shit? They got hella questions. Why you know this? Why the feds calling you? Why this? Why that? But if y'all peep what I say, a lot of that shit did turned out to be it's similar to 6, right? 600, he throw the badge on, he ride past Big U house. He was really looking at it like, bro, this nigga really the feds. Anybody with common sense like, hell no, this nigga ain't the feds. You understand? He trolling extra hard, and at a time like this, it's perfect
That part,
timing
just super
because of what's
trolling.
going on. So, cause some people would believe it, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know, like, even the niggas who know, like, oh, he trolling, we know some niggas will believe that, and he do too. That's why he doing it. I feel like a lot of they trolling did backfire, but I also feel like it's been a lot too, though. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of strange shit. He explained it every time, but that kind of got him in a corner right now to where he, you know, fake way a little bit. It seemed like this is what it appears. What you supposed to smash on blood, like what the you keep pressing, you play. But the thing is, like I say, that's the problem. They didn't invite certain people into the culture to discuss certain, and it's not like anybody can discuss what they don't want to discuss. Anybody can discuss what they want to discuss, but what I'm saying is when you bring certain people into the conversation and then you validate their opinion by you doing, you know what I'm saying? Now, guess what? Now their opinion can come back and bite you in your ass, nigga. Yeah, it's vicious out here. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. They you know, they on Wack, whatever.
They definitely on Wack. They definitely trying to put it on Akademiks too as well, though.
Say you can't be playing with that.
All right, y'all. That's gonna be it for that one. We on to the next one. Everybody stay tuned to the next one. Stay right here. We out of here.